All right. Chalk paint scoreboard on the door because you gotta have darts in the shop. Room for growth here. Couple old wooden levels and stickers, of course. If I run out of space here, sorry guys. Hammers, hammer rack. Stanley Yankee ratchet screwdriver. Yankee screwdriver. That's before Stanley bought out Yankee. Okay, brace bits and the brace bit holder, like so. Also Stanleys and Yankees in there. Couple shells. These little planes I use for carving guitar bracing. Old pencil sharpener that belonged to my wife's grandpa. Let's see, 48 tongue and groove plane, just on a shelf. I had to put a ledge on this one because it's heavy on this side. Big ass spoke shave. You can see most of these are just screwed on, or in some cases I use brad nails. All right, handmade walnut smoothing plane with hot tool irons. The scroll art was done by Becca at Burning Day Designs, and I framed it out and put the shelf on it for the tool wall. Number 95 edge trimming plane. You can see it's made at an angle like this, so I had to put an angle on this shelf. I didn't get too creative with that one, did I? 12.5 scraper. Use some leather on that one. Number 45 combination. Very intuitive. That doesn't happen two-handed, I promise. Okay. 75 bullnose rabbit plane. This one is a Miller's Falls. 78 duplex rabbit plane. The Stanley 71 router. And my infield plane. I made this kind of based on this, not kind of, exactly based on this. And so you see it's dovetailed in. I used some dowels in there, and I used mortise and tenons on these. All out of brass. It was fun to do, but next time I'll make a one piece because the two-piece design sucks. Get in there, boy. All right. My knucks, oak knuckles from No Leaf Clover Co. Go check out Mike. Mallets, we have this carver's mallet, apricot and apple. This was made for me by Scott at LR Farm Designs. Here's the very first sledge mallet. I started this as like a regular, kind of rectangle head design, and then I kind of thought of the idea to try to carve it into a hammer, and it came out ugly, but the ones that followed are nice, and I've made a bunch of these. A bunch of you guys have those. My hand-burned Texas sign from Terry. His handle is War Hippie. He's a fellow Texan. Now we will start on these union dividers. Pretty cool how this goes on, so I can orient those how I want. Card scrapers. I've got this chair scraper from Bearcat that I have not yet used, but I hope to soon. I've got a set of DFM card scrapers. And I've got this DFM dowel plate that I used to make dowels with, and you know, hardwoods, and I just need to put a wooden back on this. Next we have a 12-inch Streit Combo. You can see that slides in and out of there like so. Same for this one. I have the Streit 6-inch. And I've got this guy floating around. It's whatever you call this, L-shaped rule. All right, spoke shaves. You have the 151. I have the 51 here that I haven't cleaned up yet, and I have number 60 here that is in pretty good shape. I haven't done anything with it yet, but it's actually in pretty good shape when I found it. And I've got another one of these 75s, and I can't read the logo to tell who that is. If you recognize it, let me know. And these are resting in there just like that. Got a couple of old Stanley tri-squares, 2 different sizes here and 2 different vintages. On to the bench planes. Number 8, 7, 6, number 5, number 62 low angle jack. This is one of the new sweethearts with the aluminum cap and the Norris style adjuster on it. Craftsman brass badged plane. This was made by Sergeant for Craftsman, and I hadn't seen one just like it. I've seen one of the Sergeants like that. This is Craftsman's very first logo. I've seen some square ones, but not the oval with this logo. Anyway, if you've seen one, let me know. Stanley number 4, Sweetheart number 4, new style. 1, 2, 3, number 3s. 2 of those were pawpaws, and I had one, so that's why I have 3. 61.5 low angle block. It's a new style. I actually like this one. It's got some heft to it. It does what I need it to. Miller's Falls. This is number 14, which is really like a number 5 for anybody else. Miller's Falls. I think this is probably the first one that I cleaned up. If not, it's somewhere up there. It's actually clean, but it's just full of dust right now, like everything else up here. And this Sheldon number 4 and this Sergeant 409 I got in a lot with some other tools, and the Sheldon I'll get rid of. The Sergeant I need to replace the cutter in. It was used up when I got it. Anyway, I have cleaned this one up too. You just can't tell. It's got wax all over it also. Okay, what have I not covered? I think we'll move on now to the sawtill. This is a cheap saw from Stumac for cutting guitar frets. This is a Floret Toolworks dovetail. These 3 are all from Bearcat wood, and this is a dovetail, a tenon, and a carcass saw, and they're pretty sweet. So these 3 Distons, they're all rip saws, different tooth per inch, so some more aggressive than others. I've got a few more of those laying around that haven't been cleaned up yet, so you see I have extra space. Some things that haven't made it in are on the tool wall yet. My number 40 scrub plane, I still need to make a space for it. Let's see, number 80 scraper. I'm excited to get this one cleaned up and put to use. Number 50 combination plane. This one's early. You can tell here by the Miller's, got Miller's fancy handle on it. B and S casting marks. 83 patent, so that's, you know, early 1900s. Pretty cool. Oh, I think that's all we got. There's some clamps over here. Nothing exciting about that. Never have too many. And a lot more stuff that I haven't gotten around to.